we're standing right here in what was the coal bin for a paper mill that was built here originally in 1827. It made paper on a machine. It was the first place in the Americas where paper was made on a machine and on a roll, continuous roll, rather than one sheet at a time. That's the most significant aspect of this paper plant. It made a very high quality rag paper from cotton, and it was made possible by an ingenious set of canals that channeled water through to turn machinery, to power machinery, and of course to make the paper. And also right on the creek, so they could ship the paper out of here.
So is this? So it sounds like this was sort of at one time, sort of like a cutting edge technology, or a place of.
This was one of the an important place in the what they call the Industrial Revolution in the early 1800s. Happened in many places all over this area, but Saugerties was on the map big time in that in cutting edge technologies. Yeah.
And what happened to it over time then? How do we get to where that went from this being a place of a cutting edge of the industrial age to being where this has got to be ruins now?
Well, everything, becomes obsolete. Technologies change and populations shift, and certainly happened here as well. And there was a working mill here for about over 130 years. And in 1963, a terrible fire ripped through the whole complex and destroyed most of the buildings. And after that, they were just demolished. And so the land sat abandoned for 50 years, nearly 50 years. It kind of grew up as a hobo jungle, you could say. People came down here to fish, but I've met fishermen that came on this creek for many years and didn't even know there were ruins in here from the former paper mill. It was growing up that thick. You couldn't see it, particularly not in the summer. So we are working with the remnants of those structures, and we're making use of them. We're repurposing them to help tell the stories of this place, and that's one of our purposes here. So we have not just beautiful theater pieces to offer, but a whole array of pre-show activities to interest people. In this area will be tables and a canopy and a demonstration on making paper, because this was a site of a paper mill for about 130 years. This was a place where people made paper in big rolls, but we're making a sheet at a time. And the whole history of this site and the paper making that took place on this site will be on these walls right behind me. Be a project called the Water Stories Project, and that's gathering people's stories related to their experiences on the water or related to the water. And here, of course, is an aquarium with creatures large and small from the Esopus Creek and the Hudson River, and it'll be presided over by a local fisherman, and we call them the fishermen in residence here. And we have a museum, a very small sampling of some of the artifacts from the industrial history of this plant, of this site here. Right here in this area, we're building a stream table, an active stream table, and it demonstrates how water shapes the landscape. So that'll be a participatory activity right here. Also learning about watersheds and the importance of water quality. We'll be presenting luminous works of mask and puppet theater for all ages. These events take place every Wednesday starting June 19th through and running through August 14th. We welcome all members of the community and visitors to this area. We ask, admission is by donation. The doors open at 6 in the evening each Wednesday. Rain or shine, everything is under roofs. And we welcome young and old alike. And come and check us out, because it's a place to meet your neighbors and make new friends.
And what are some of the what are going to be some of the themes that you're going to touch on in the puppet and mask shows set for this season?
We open with a production called Riparian Rhapsody, which is subtitled How the Forest Sings to the Stream, and it's a homage to the Catskill Mountain Forest, the eastern hardwood forests of this region, and their interaction with the watersheds. And of course, so that's one piece that we're presenting here and also touring. Another show is called Dirt, The Secret Life of Soil, which is the teeming ecosystem right beneath our feet. And it's a deep dive into that marvelous realm, done with large-scale masks and puppets and live music, fantastic music and humor. And another show in July, which is a show that we opened last September, and it's called Estuary Tales, the life and times of the Hudson River. And that will be on this stage in July, and then touring in August and September. And then the August 23rd, 24th, 25th will be our annual hometown extravaganza, which we've called for the last 22 years our Esopus Creek Puppet Suite.